Now let's go ahead and talk about escapes, and then we'll get to our warm-ups, our full flows. All right, so Zeke's gonna go ahead and take my back. All right, so first and foremost, when someone has your back, okay, you're gonna wanna keep at least one hand framed down against here, keeping his neck away from me, okay? And my goal, my first goal generally, if he's kind of pushing on the attack very hard, is I want to get my head out of this danger zone, okay? So he's got his head right here, right, pushing into me or whatever, and then I got to fight this freaking attack arm that he's pushing me into. So I either need to get my head out of the danger zone by popping. So here, let's get you over to this side a little bit. So if he's got his chin right here, which he's doing a good job, I can sometimes pop this up and get my head to the mat right here. And now my head is out of the danger zone. Even if he were to go to try and choke me right here, it's gonna be very difficult because there's gonna be a lot of space. He doesn't have a good angle, all right? Or what I tell the kids, or what I like to tell the kids is get a burrito grip. So if I can get right here and I grab this like I'm holding a burrito, and I can claw either his arm away, or I can do this without clawing his arm away, but I want to pull my head out of here. Now he's got no way to choke me, and I can just get my back to the mat and start to face him. Okay? And so the end of this escape is always my back to the mat, because if my back's on the mat, that means he's not on my back. So I get my back to the mat and I face him. So I need to figure out, am I going to try to sneak my head out here using his arm, or am I going to try to create some sort of frame and get my head out of the danger zone by pushing my head against his head? Okay? So I need to figure out which one. All right? This is going to have greater access to the back, but it's going to be harder initially. This one's going to be easier initially, but now I'm fighting his underhook, and remember, this is stronger for him in order to prevent me from getting my back to the mat. So initially, I'm protecting my neck and getting my head out of the danger zone, so I'm not an immediate threat. However, getting my back to the mat is going to be the key for me escaping the position entirely. Because if I'm right here, I'm still got my back taken. I'm still in bad situation, okay? So, let's see right here. Scoot this way. All right, so he's going to be right here. He's going to be keeping his head right here. And so I'm going to be doing whatever I can to push his head and trying to grind my head to the mat right here. Now that I know I'm a little bit safer, I can stay calm. And so I'm trying to get my back to the mat right here. Good. Once my back's on the mat, my goal is to face him. And I know he's probably going to be trying to get mount, but that's better than getting my back taken. So I need to start to face him until I either get on top of him or establish a guard. Same thing here. I get on here, protecting my neck, pulling his arm through here. And if you want to be sneaky, there's arm bar right here. But let's say I'm not going for the arm bar. I'm not trying to be fancy. I get my back to the mat. I keep this burrito grip right here, pulling his arm, turning him away from me as I hip into him. And I can even get to a pretty decent position right there, holding onto his arm until I establish a position. So getting your head out of the danger zone by either pushing his face and getting my back to the mat that way, or getting the burrito grip, pulling his arm around, and getting my back to the mat on the other side. Okay? So now let's do it a little bit kind of like in real time. Let's scooch this way a little bit. All right, so he's got my back pretty tight, and he starts to attack me. I need to protect my neck right here. So I push my head out right here. I start to shrimp out. He's going to try to get back up on top of me. So I need to decide whether I'm going to fight to the top or get a guard. So go ahead and fight to get hit. Okay, I get some sort of guard right here. Again, the other way, and go ahead and try to maintain mount or something. Okay. All right. So if I'm going to go this way, okay, so notice he's put the choking arm on this side now. So I get right here, pull it on this side, get my back to the mat. In his closed guard, but way better than having my back taken. So for right now, those are two great ways to focus on escaping the back. All right, protecting your neck, getting the arm around, or getting your head out of the, either way, both of it's getting your head out of the danger zone. Either using the arm or pushing his head. Getting your back to the mat and facing your opponent. Once you start facing your opponent, they're either going to try to get to mount or they're going to try to do something to you. Either way, just keep good frames, get on top, or establish a guard. Okay?